Nigeria is taking significant strides towards engaging in cooperative climate action under Article 6 of the Paris Agreement, aiming to achieve ambitious targets for emission reduction. This was highlighted by the Minister of Environment, Balarabe Abbas Lawal, at the Nigerian's Carbon Market Framework Workshop and Implementation Design in Abuja. The event, organized in collaboration with the National Council on Climate Change and the United Nations Development Programme, will govern carbon-crucial rules in mobilizing resources and reducing emissions. Well, here's the report.
Nigeria's carbon market, although largely untapped, holds immense potential for sustainable growth, economic development, and climate change mitigation. Initiatives such as reforestation, renewable energy projects, waste-to-energy programs, and improved cook stove initiatives are identified as key avenues to unlock Nigeria's carbon market opportunities and attract climate finance. Addressing participants at the Nigeria's Carbon Market Framework Workshop and Implementation Design in the Federal Capital Territory, the Minister of Environment, Balarabe Abbas Lawal, represented by the Permanent Secretary, Mahmoud Adam Kambari, reiterated Nigeria's willingness to engage in cooperative climate action under Article 6 of the Paris Agreement, emphasizing the country's ambitions targeted for emission reduction.
In the updated NDC submitted in the year 2021, based on the new mitigation analysis, Nigeria's restated its commitment to its unconditional target to reduce the GHG emissions by 20%, below the business as usual by 2030. All these initiatives are pointers to Nigeria's effort in reducing its GHG emission. The country's carbon market will serve as an attraction for climate finance and as a means to curb greenhouse gas emissions.
Earlier in his opening remarks, the Director General of the NCCC, Dr. Salisu Dahiru, emphasized the strategic importance of Article 6 in achieving Nigeria's ambitious net zero target by 2030. He underscored the crucial role of stakeholders' collaboration in realizing the full potential of the carbon market framework.
At COP28, in the same vein, with this commitment, with the demonstrated leadership of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu at the helm of affairs, as among being one of the global leaders that championed the cause for Africa's climate change journey, announced the establishment of a committee to be headed by the executive chairman of the Federal Inland Revenue Service, Mr. Zak, and myself as the co-chair, to fast-track the activation of a carbon market mechanism from Nigeria. This work is also going to be aligned with that, and they are going to be integrated so that by sometime mid this year, or worst case scenario, by the third quarter of this year, we'll have this mechanism in place and we'll be ready to roll out our carbon market mechanism.
Also speaking, the First Secretary, Climate Diplomacy, UK High Commission Samantha Harrison, and Climate Officer, US Embassy James Nasboma, both shared insights into the opportunities Nigeria stands to gain from participating in the carbon market.
Just mention, for the United States, we announced $3 billion contribution to the Green Climate Fund. So far, we've had $2.3 billion in fiscal year 22 for PREPARE, which is the President's emergency plan for adaptation and resilience. So we're taking adaptation very seriously. But again, I think this event's very important, and the NCCC's role and everyone else's role in this country is important to help build Nigeria's brand to attract that investment.
And the UK is keen to be guided by Nigeria on how we can best support these efforts. Post COP28, I've been out talking to various stakeholders and trying to understand more about those priorities for this year and how we can work together. Some of the key things that came out in those meetings were the importance of attracting investment, and also hearing about the international interest and progress on carbon markets happening on the international stage.
The workshop aims to explore different approaches for carbon markets while considering national priorities such as socio-economic development and sustainable growth.